Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. So children, we are discussing lesson number 2 measurement, and we have discussed how to find out the density of a regular solid and irregular solid. Now today we are going to discuss how to measure the density of a liquid. So we can measure the density of a liquid by finding its mass and volume. As we know, density equals to mass upon volume. So we have to find the mass and volume of the liquid, then only we can find out the density of that liquid. For this, let's go through an activity. For this we need a graduated cylinder, water and a digital balance. First we find out the mass of the empty graduated cylinder with the help of a digital balance. Let it be m1 grams. Now we pour some water into that graduated cylinder, say up to VML level. Then we find the mass of the cylinder with VML of water. Let it be m2 grams. Now we subtract the mass of the empty cylinder from the mass of the cylinder with VML of water, that is m2 minus m1 grams. Now this gives the mass of the liquid. First we measure the graduated cylinder which is empty. Then we fill it with water up to VML level. Then we again find the mass of the cylinder with VML of water. Then we subtract the mass of the empty cylinder from the mass of the cylinder with VML of water, and it will give the mass of the liquid. Now how will you calculate the density? We will use the formula density of liquids D equals to mass of liquid M upon volume of the liquid V. As we know, 1 ml equals to 1 cubic centimeter. So VML equals to V cubic centimeter. Hence density equals to m2 minus m1 upon V gram per cubic centimeter. Now measurement of density of a liquid using a density bottle. We can measure the density of a liquid using a density bottle. Now what is a density bottle? Density bottle is a small glass bottle having a glass stopper with a narrow hole. Now this bottle can store a fixed volume of liquid. Now this is the density bottle. It is a small glass bottle having a glass stopper with a narrow hole. Generally the volume of the bottle is 25 ml or 50 ml. When the bottle is completely filled with a liquid and its mouth is closed by inserting the stopper, excess liquid rises and drains out through the hole in the stopper. Now let's perform an activity to measure the density of a liquid using a density bottle. What are the things needed? Things needed are a density bottle, water, a digital balance and a blotting paper. Now what we do? First we clean and dry the density bottle. Then we measure its mass by a digital balance. Let it be m1 gram. Then we fill that density bottle with water. Insert a stopper so that the excess water drains out through the hole. Now we measure the mass of the bottle. Let it be m2 grams. Now we empty the bottle and dry it well. Fill the liquid whose density is to be measured. Again we insert the stopper so that the excess liquid drains out through the hole. Now dry the density bottle from outside using blotting paper and measure its mass. Let it be m3 grams. Now mass of empty density bottle is m1 gram and mass of density bottle plus water is m2 grams. Therefore, mass of water is m2 minus m1 grams. Then mass of density bottle plus liquid is m3 grams. Therefore, mass of liquid is m3 minus m1 grams. Since the density of water is 1 gram per cubic centimeter, therefore the mass of the water contained in the bottle gives the volume of the density bottle. Therefore, volume of liquid equals to m2 minus m1 cubic centimeter. Thus, density of liquid equals to mass of liquid upon volume of liquid equals to m3 minus m1 upon m2 minus m1 gram per cubic centimeter. Now, what is relative density? The ratio of density of a substance to the density of water at 4 degrees Celsius is called relative density of that substance. Since relative density is the ratio of two densities, it has no unit. So relative density of a substance equals to density of the substance upon density of water at 4 degree Celsius. Relative density can also be defined as the ratio of mass of a substance to the mass of an equal volume of water at 4 degrees Celsius. Now, what does the relative density tell us? The relative density tells us how dense a substance is in comparison to water. What is the density of the substance, whether it is heavier than water or lighter than water. When the relative density or RD of a substance is greater than 1, it is heavier than water. Hence it will sink in water. If it is heavier than water, it will sink in water if its relative density is more than 1, because the density of water is 1 gram per cubic centimeter. If the relative density of the substance is greater than 1, it is heavier than water, it means it will sink in water. And when the RD or relative density of the substance is less than 1, it means it is lighter than water. If it is lighter than water, it will float on water. Now, comparison of densities in the 3 states of matter. We all know that a substance can exist in 3 states: solid, liquid and gas. And what are the 3 states of water? Ice is the solid state of water, and water is the liquid state, and steam is the gaseous state. So according to kinetic theory of matter, in solids the intermolecular spaces are negligible or very small. It means that the molecules of solids are very closely packed, while in liquids the intermolecular spaces are more than solids, that is, the molecules are loosely packed than solids. And in gases the intermolecular spaces are much greater than solids and liquids. This we all know, as we have discussed it very earlier. So the molecules of gases are very loosely packed, or they are free to move in any direction. They can occupy the space available to them. Therefore, what does this show? This shows that a substance is highly dense in its solid state because molecules are very closely packed and intermolecular spaces are very small or negligible. So substance in solid state is highly dense, and in liquid state it is less dense, and in gaseous state it is least dense. This is all because of the molecular arrangement. As we know, in solids the molecules are very closely packed. In case of liquids they are less closely packed, and in gases they are too free to move. There are large intermolecular spaces. So highly dense in solid state, less dense in liquid state, and least dense in gaseous state. Thus the density of a substance in its solid state is maximum. Substance in its solid state is more dense, its density is maximum, and in liquid state its density is intermediate, and in gaseous state the density is minimum. Now there are some exceptions. As water is different from most of the substances, as we know that substance in its solid state is more dense than its liquid state, but water is different from most of the substances. Water is less dense as a solid than a liquid because its particles move apart slightly on freezing. What happens? Its particles move apart on freezing. So density of ice is less than that of water. Density of ice is 0.917 gram per cubic centimeter, and density of water is 1 gram per cubic centimeter. So water is an exceptional case. It is less dense as a solid. As we know, substances are more dense in their solid state, but water is less than in its solid state, because particles move apart slightly on freezing. As water freezes, its particles move apart. So its density decreases and density of ice is 0.917 gram per cubic centimeter in comparison to its liquid state, in which its density is 1 gram per cubic centimeter. Now, this is the reason why ice floats on water, because in solid form the density of water when it is in its solid form, it is less than 1 gram per cubic centimeter. So ice floats on water, being lighter than water. Now floating and sinking. Now some substances float in water while other sink in water. What is the reason behind that? Why a piece of cork floats in water and a piece of iron sinks in water? What is the reason behind that? All this is because of the difference in their densities. The density of cork is less than the density of water, so it floats. It is less than dense than water, means lighter than water. Cork is the density of cork is less than that of water, so it is lighter than water and it floats in water. But the density of iron is more than the density of water, so it is heavier than water. If it is heavier than water, it sinks in water. Now suppose we take an iron ball of density 7.86 gram per cubic centimeter and put it in water. It will sink in water because water has density 1 gram per cubic centimeter, which is less than that of iron. And when the same iron ball is placed in mercury of density 13.6 gram per cubic centimeter, it floats in mercury because it is less dense than mercury. Density of mercury is more than that of iron ball, so that iron ball floats in mercury and the same iron ball sinks in water. So therefore the objects of density less than that of a liquid float in the liquid, and the objects of density greater than that of the liquid sink in the liquid.